see from the poster 4, we have to do a survey, and then you can find that the customer wants to have a smartphone with a bigger screen. And for the second part, we have the bigger screen, we have the longer battery duration. And for the Galaxy S3 can last for 11 hours of talk time, and while iPhone 5 only can last for 8 hours. Samsung's longer battery duration enables you to use the product more convenient. You don't need to worry when your cell phone will run out of the energy. So, in addition, Galaxy S3 has many customer-oriented designs. For example, it has a function called Smart Voice. Just by using your movements or voice, your phone can automatically perform many tasks for you. For example, if you are going to send a message to your friend, but suddenly you forget, you want to change your mind and want to call your friend directly, you can just raise your phone to your ear and the cell phone will do it for you to call the number, alright? And the next one is for the people who are easily shaking their hand while taking a photo. It's your lucky time. If you want to take a picture, you can just say smile, and it will do it for you again. Will take the picture automatically, so you don't need to do this way, okay? Let's move to the third one. Galaxy S3 is more useful system than Apple's iPhone 5. As we can know, Galaxy S3 system is Android system, and Apple's system is iOS. And we can first we are talking about the higher compatibility. In Android system, customers can share their photos, music, and file with their friends easily. On the contrary, Apple cannot share their files and so on with other cell phones like HTC. In addition, Apple doesn't support micro SD card, and it's really very inconvenient for the customer. Let's look at the market share too. Android system is the system that who have the market share of 52.2%, and iOS only has the percent of 33.4%. So it's obvious that Android system is better and more customer friendly than iOS. In conclusion, we think that we can know that Samsung Galaxy S3 is more customer friendly than iPhone 5. It has cheaper price, yet it has a high quality. It has a longer battery duration, bigger screen size, customer-oriented designs like smart voice, and also it has a better system like Android system. So we can know that Samsung Galaxy S3 really is more customer friendly than iPhone 5. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much. Yay. We have 1 minute for discussion for both sides. Well, two constructive speakers are quite good today. For the rest of the people in the classroom, you can start to look at the scores for definition so far. Maybe it's not finished yet. Start to think of the scores for your paper. Thanks again to Alex and Ricky. opportunity for your assistants and others as well. Now, Boris, you may now come. And welcome to sides, Boris and Nancy. I'm sure this will be a very interesting and equal power experience. And then use the headphones. You can wear the headphones. It will make you very beautiful. Yeah, hold the mic closer to your mouth if you can. And remember, keep your questions clear and brief, as well as your answers. 1, 2, 3, greet each other.
Hey, good morning, Nancy.
Good morning, Boris.
And good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. 1, 2, 3, and welcome.
Okay, since your speaker talked about Samsung, I would like to ask you, the first question is that most of people use their mother language in their cell phone, right? And unfortunately, cell phone doesn't provide enough languages for users to choose. So I think it is very inconvenient. And how can you tell Samsung is more customer friendly than than iPhone, since iPhone provides more than 20 or 30 languages for user to choose? How can you tell you're more customer friendly?
Since English is an international language in the world, and so that I think that if people know about English or Mandarin or Chinese or Mandarin Chinese, and I think it's enough for customer to use the cell phone. And I don't think that more languages would provide customers to choose. And because I think that because people can choose English as their functions to use their cell phone, so I think that English is enough for customers.
Also, that you mean if I am a Japan, like Mimi say, if I'm a Japanese, I want to buy a cell phone in Taiwan, but I can't choose any my mother language like Japanese. That is called customer friendly for me. Is that what you say? If I'm a Japanese, I can't use Japanese, and I only choose Chinese or English. That is called customer friendly.
That's the question. You may answer the question, Nancy.
If you choose to buy Samsung in Taiwan, then you have to accept the quality of the cell phone could provide you. So that if the cell phone just could provide languages, including Chinese and English, and I think you would know the function of this language function, then you would not, because if you would think that English is enough for me, so that I would buy Samsung this cell phone.
Okay, since you accept this verb, that means customer, they have to accept themselves to suit the situation. Just like maybe I should learn English more, so I can buy the cell phone, buy a Samsung that provides less language options.
But I think if you decide to buy Samsung S3, and I think that you would probably love our other functions about this cell phone.
But I'm not talking about other functions, but the language provides.
But what if you decide to buy this cell phone and you just consider about language this function, and
No questions by recipient, thank you.
And you just buy our cell phone, then why are you complaining about our languages?
Okay, thank you.
No question by recipient, thank you.
Okay, so is it very obvious that iPhone provides more languages? That means any user, they can choose, or they can use their mother language like iPhone provides. That is, I believe, that is more customer friendly. Thank you for the first question, and now I would like to move on to the second question. Okay, although you talk about Android system, right? Although Android system provide many free applications, we all know that. However, the result of searching are very weird and inappropriate. Weird means if you search, you will find out the unrelated app, and yeah, inappropriate. That means you will search pornography. I think that is very inconvenient. And how can you tell yourself a customer-friendly a phone? How can you tell that?
Just like people search information on the internet, and if we just search what we like to search on the internet, and we have to decide which websites or which kind of information we want to look at or we want to browse from the internet. So that if just like on the internet and in a cell phone, and I think that maybe when you search some information about in the cell phone, and I think that customers should carefully decide which kind of apps and which kind of information you want to look. So it depends on the customer to decide.
Okay, since you say the searching is just like you search the result of searching on the internet. Do you know always we search on the internet, the results are chaos. There are many and thousands unrelated results. So I think the quality of the app of Android system has a big problem. Since iPhone system, they control their system and manage their system quite well. And once we want to search, we can find out the suitable system, but Android system doesn't. How can you tell yourself more customer friendly?
No, excuse me. Please answer the question.
If you search more specifically on your subject, just you key in more words. Yes, so that I believe that the information would not be so weird, and you would not find out some other unrelated to your subject.
Okay, but I don't think I have enough time. But I would like to try search and key in more keywords. But I think as a result, I've tried that you will search very unrelated and also the pornography results. So I think that is very inconvenient and customer friendly. Thank you. And let's move on to the third question. I think I find out there is a big paradoxical problem on your poster. You see, you say you have a longer battery duration, but you say Samsung provides bigger screen size. I think that is a paradox because bigger screen always spends spend many energy. How can you tell? How can you say that these two statements are correct?
But we have an interview about the customer who have Samsung Galaxy S3, and he tells us that bigger screen size, it provides a bigger size of screen to maybe browse some internet or look at some movies, but it still lasts for the whole day, and it shouldn't charge for maybe after you use for 4 hours and your battery totally run out. So I think bigger screen size, it wouldn't cause the problem about the battery.
Thank you, two sides, please. 1 minute, actually, no minutes. We are now going to move to the audio, or the video clip. Now, you guys don't have a video clip, is that right? Yeah. You have a clip? Do you have it? Yes. Oh, is it uploaded?
Not yet.
Oh. Okay. Hurry.
Hello.
Alex, you want to make any comments while we're waiting for our videos? Chairperson, Ed, comments from our chairperson.
Okay, a few points to be reminded. First of all, please do not make a long speech before asking a question. And please, all the answer speaker, please be answer relevantly to the opponent's questions. Thank you.
Okay, keep close to the question. Okay, don't go wandering away to a different topic. Yeah, that takes a little bit of a challenge to do that.
And also, the question recipient do not answer another question before the opponent asks. Do not ask another question.
Don't ask another question before the other person has answered the question.
Yes.
Okay, right. So please allow the answer to come before you move along.
Yeah.
The only condition that would be different would be is if the recipient is very slow to answer the question. In that case, question person can then say, well, for time's sake, let's move to the next question. Okay, you may do so if you have to wait too long. Okay. Yeah. Are we okay? Yeah. Okay. So. Okay. Let's put the screen down. Now let me ask, you are the affirmative, right?
Yeah.
Negative side, do you have, is it a personal interview that you have performed or is it an internet clip? Okay. Yeah. You have an internet clip, right? Okay. So I did not say internet clips will not be allowed, but we hope that more and more we will use direct interview from our team. Okay. Yeah. So we're not ready yet. Hold on. Can you check if the audio is working for that? Sound. Check for sound. Is there sound for the clip? No sound for the clip. Why don't you find the clip in this other computer? Find that clip. Why don't you find the clip on this YouTube on this computer? It looks like the iPhone that we're talking about today is not only iPhone 4 or iPhone 5. Is that correct? We're just talking about iPhone in general, okay? And the Samsung we're talking about today, is it Samsung in general or Samsung S3? Which is our focus? Is it Samsung in general? Okay. Otherwise, there should be the S3 on the poster.
Hey, YouTube.
Okay, we have sound now, okay? So,
whereas over here on the S3, it immediately went to Google by default. So we're actually just going to take a quick look and load my website. All right, now we're going to tap on both of these at the same exact time. Also note that it is running on the same Wi-Fi network as the iPhone 5, which finished first. As you can see right here, it is completely loaded, whereas on the S3, it just actually load anything because it wants you to go somewhere before it loads. Whereas over here on the S3, it immediately went to Google by default. So we're actually just going to take a quick look and load my website. All right, now we're going to tap on both of these at the same exact time. Also note that it is running on the same Wi-Fi network as the iPhone 5, which finished first. As you can see right here, it is completely loaded, whereas on the S3, it just finished loading right now. So there is a pretty big lag there between when the iPhone 5 loaded and when the S3 loaded. All right, and let's just go up and do a quick Google search. Now this is just going to be very simple. I'm just going to search for best tech info, and let's go up here on the S3 and do the same thing. All right, here we're going to go on both of these devices at the exact same time. So as you can see, the iPhone 5 finished slightly ahead of the S3 in that test as well, and you'll see that for basically all websites I'm going to load. Now let's just do a couple more here really quick, and let's do YouTube right now. Okay, pressing go at the exact same time. Again, the iPhone 5 did finish ahead of the Galaxy S3. Now let's just do a quick search inside of the YouTube mobile website here. All right, here we go. We do have the same search on both phones, and we're going to hit go at the exact same time. So as you can see, it was a very close call between those two. The difference wasn't even really noticeable at all. So again, when looking at browser capabilities, the iPhone 5 does appear to be faster than the Samsung Galaxy S3, and I'll actually talk about that more towards the end of this video when we actually go into our SunSpider JavaScript test. So let's just go ahead and exit out of both of these browsers here. You will also notice that when I exit out, the iPhone does finish first ahead of the S3 as far as getting to the home screen goes. So let's press the home buttons right now. As you can see, like I said, the iPhone 5 does finish first. So that's kind of what you'll see with the iPhone 5, which is equipped with Apple's dual-core A6 processor. It does perform everyday tasks faster than the Samsung Galaxy S3, which has a quad-core processor. So that's somewhat surprising, but it just shows that Apple's efficiency of their A6 processor is somewhat superior to that of the processor that Samsung uses inside of their S3. And now I just wanted to go over a couple of things that I found to be very similar between these two devices. For these at the exact same time on both the iPhone 5 and the S3. iPhone 5 finished far ahead of the S3 in that one, but that's not really what we're here to do. We are going to compare the two in the SunSpider JavaScript test. So now that we're zoomed in here, we're going to run it on both of these at the exact same time. And again, whichever one finishes first will perform better when running the SunSpider JavaScript benchmark test. All right, as you can see, the iPhone 5 is completely done with the test while the S3 is still running it. Again, same exact test on both of these devices just through the standard browser that they come with. So zooming in here on the iPhone 5, again, we did finish far ahead of the S3 with a total of 936.6 milliseconds. So again, we're still running over here on the S3, and I have a feeling it is going to take a while to finish, so let's just let it play through. All right, as you can see, it finally finished over here on the S3. Let's go ahead and zoom in and compare the two. So for the total over here on the S3, 1,425.5 milliseconds, whereas on the iPhone 5, we have 936.6 milliseconds. So the iPhone 5 with the A6 processor outperforms the Samsung Galaxy S3 when running this benchmark test. And with...
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. Throw it aside. Thank you very much. Welcome now to negative side to play your interview. So next time you guys have to do the interview, okay? All right, thank you. Let me help you. You are doing this computer?
Yes.
Okay, we just have problems with the audio for this computer. Let's see. file compatible with text speech. I'm having audio problems with the newer which one to run on this one?
Besides, the monitor of this smartphone is bigger than other than iPhone and HTC. The second advantage is the system. The software system is much better than HTC. I want to use a smartphone. I don't want it to be run out of battery that soon. So I do some comparison in the storage of the battery. And I decided to use usually I 100% of the battery I can use it all day without charging. For me, this is a very important factor to choose what kind of cell phone I want to use. The third advantage is this smartphone has some uniqueness. It can, for example, I can use my sound to do some function, like camera. If I say smile, and this still there is some room to improve because it can now recognize the Mandarin Chinese. But for me, this is very convenient because we all know simple English. So we don't have to touch the screen and shoot the photo.
Now, a reminder to the two sides that you may use the clips as part of your rebuttal. Okay, I'm going to give you 1 minute for both sides to talk with your teammates how you want to use the clips as part of your rebuttal. So please take 1 minute. Thank you, Ricky, for giving us a bell. in the rebuttal time, we will not watch the video, okay? So.